Hi guys, welcome back to New Dram Drinker. It's another Ample Samples video. We have delved into the depths of our basket and found 3 whiskies from the same distillery. Are you excited for today?
I am, because I haven't had a bad one of this.
Yeah, I'm excited
distillery
today.
yet, so.
And we've had a lot of this distillery's whiskey, but none of the 3 that we're having today.
Which is a bonus.
Yeah, huge bonus.
When you got them out there, I was thinking, please don't be any we've had before. I want to try 3 new ones, and we were lucky enough that that's exactly what happened.
Completely.
So I'm looking forward to trying some, and we will show you what they are right now. As you saw, it is Arran today. We are taking a trip to Arran to have 3 of their samples. Excited?
I am really excited. We have a soft spot for Arran.
We do.
Not had a bad one yet, so.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, because we're expecting kind of like them all to be good now, but we could be disappointed at some point. But I think one of them, I'm not going to get into, but one of them is a bit different to what we've had before. So that's going to be very interesting. So we'll show you what we're going to have right now for our first sample.
Okay, so first up is the 18, and it's sherry, and you can smell it sherry from here.
Even looks like sherry.
Yeah, it literally smells just delicious.
46%?
Yep. That is all of those delicious raisins, like deep dark fruits, juicy, plump. Oh my goodness, it smells delicious.
I'm getting like a really kind of like deep black currant kind of note as well.
Oh, are you?
Almost like a burnt black currant.
See, yeah, there is the depths of that. I think there's a lighter note there. A lighter, fruitier note as well. And it smells creamy, which I know is a ridiculous thing to say, but it smells really creamy.
I get that. When I first went in on it, I thought it nosed at a higher ABV, but I think once as the air gets to it, it seems to mellow out a touch on the nose.
It's just like taking a handful of raisins. That's what it smells like to me. Those really deep,
it's very
juicy,
rich, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rich, dark.
It's one of those whiskies that I didn't even have to stick my nose in the glass. I could smell it, and it's like, I want to drink this.
I just had a big waft of sugar as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like sugar in a pan, and you're caramelising it. Massive.
I get what you say about the burnt black currants now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I got burnt black currants, but there is definitely a fruitier. It's not smoke, so don't mistake it smoke. I'm not saying that, but there is definitely that lovely, deep, almost like, you know, if you had apple crumble or plum cobbler or something, and you know you get that bit round the edge where all the sugars have caramelised on the pan, and it's like burnt slightly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's juicy though, such a juicy whiskey, and I haven't even tasted it yet.
That's a good word, juicy, to be honest.
It is.
Right, I'm going in. Enough of the nose. Okay, instantly on the palate, I would say feels a lot higher in ABV.
100%.
A lot higher.
But that is absolutely gorgeous. I love that.
I'm not blown away by that, to be honest. I don't know what I was expecting.
Brown sugar, dark fruits. There's a delicious wood cask note. I'm going to say almost like a toasty something.
Now, I think for me, there's a little bit too much of wood going on.
Oh, okay.
I think
Oh, no. I think the balance is lovely. It's definitely tastes higher than a 46% though. I would agree with you on that. Feels like a bigger whiskey.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. I'm a little bit underwhelmed by it. I think there's too much of that burnt note in there. I think it's almost like the cask has given a little bit too much to it.
There is a lovely little lighter fruit note though. I'm going to say like an apple, or maybe it's the plums. I can feel it just on the edge. Oh, I like that. There's layers to this. I think you get this huge sherry note, and then the dark dried fruits, and then I'm getting something lighter underneath.
I was expecting something a little bit more balanced for the age.
Oh,
To be
okay.
honest, I think it's a bit too one
Yeah,
note for me. I don't mean one note as in there's only one note, but I mean there's like there's not enough going on
Oh, okay.
for me. I'm getting that toasted note, like the burnt cask, and yeah, I'm not getting a lot else.
I like this.
It's like
It's making my
everything's
mouth
struggling
water.
with it. No, it's not.
I like this.
We've got a difference of opinion going on here. But
This
yeah,
is nice.
So
Yeah, I like this.
yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, because it's not a bad drink, but it's just not what I was hoping for, to be honest. Let me go again.
I would say the finish is disappointing. It's not very long. I think you get this huge bang of flavour, and then it kind of disappears.
Yeah, I'm getting like an artificial note as well on the finish.
Oh, are you?
A bit like like we said it before, furniture polish note on the finish,
Okay.
but not massive on that, to be honest.
It's not a very long finish for me, which is
that's very good
surprising for an
for me.
18-year-old.
So I think we're going to have a difference of opinion as we come to the final of these. So
You never know. We don't know what the other two are like yet.
But if this is the best
How
of
do you
the
know
three,
that?
no, I'm saying if this is the best of the three, then it's going to be the best of a bad bunch, I would say.
Ooh.
But we shall see. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and we'll show you what it is right now. Okay, so this time round it is the Arran the Bodega, and it is the cheapest bottle out of the three, but it has got the highest ABV, which is
55%, I think.
55%. 55.8.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I'll have you know. And I don't know that off by heart. I could just see it on a bit of paper that's down there. So we're going to go in and see what we think, and just see if we agree on this one, because the last one was divisive. That's a nicer nose.
It doesn't nose like a 55%.
No. If you'd have asked me out the two which one was the 55.8, I'd have gone with the first one.
See, I'm getting more of an artificial note on this one.
Think our palates have changed.
Don't know. It's nice. There's not as much going on. It's not as sherry as the last one, which is surprising. But
I've got the caramel notes again, like a burnt caramel.
and there's
The
a real
sugars,
floral.
the fruits again, floral, like you say.
It's not as deep and heavy. You know, the last one to me was dark, juicy raisins.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
getting more of
definitely
the sherry
lighter.
note, I would say, on this one.
I'd say this was lighter.
Would you?
There's a lighter fruit note going on. I'm going to say there's something light and fresh, like a tropical citrus.
Okay.
Orange, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a lighter. Not an orchard fruit, not a red dark fruit.
Right. Well, let's go in on the palate and see what we think on that. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. I haven't said that in ages.
What does it even mean?
I don't know.
Anyone actually know what bottoms up means?
You could have said
Is it bottom of the glass?
Slangevar
up?
or something.
Is that what it means? Or is there some
Yeah,
other?
maybe.
In the comments, let us know what it means. Now, come on.
That's nice.
That's a different beast altogether.
I'm still going to say there's a really big wood note there.
But I think it's not overshadowing all the other notes in this one. It's holding it. It's a part of the drink rather than the only thing.
I would say the palate as a whole is lighter, but I'm going to say much more
Better
balanced.
for it.
Much more balanced. There is a wood note. There is definitely that lighter note.
Yeah.
It's not as deep, dark, juicy raisins. It's quite drying on my tongue, and there's a lovely little spice going on.
It works better.
Yes.
That does, to me.
There's more elements to it, I'm going to say.
And that's what I was trying to say with the first one. It was like that. The wood, the burnt wood was overpowering. I could tell the notes were there. It was just so much of
I didn't find it overpowering, but I really liked the toasted note.
You still feel the same after trying this one, and you can tell that the toasted note is there, but the other flavours are coming through. Has that not changed
This
your
isn't
opinion
as
of the
rich
first one?
as the first one. So I don't know if I
wasn't
like
necessarily
that.
after the richness. I was just after more flavours on the first one rather than the one note. or too much of the one note, I'll say.
I've just got a lovely, delicious milk chocolate note. Creamy. Ooh,
It's very creamy.
that was
isn't
lovely.
It? It's very creamy whiskey.
I definitely just got creamy chocolate.
Yeah.
There's lots of fruit going on for me. There's a
Like
lighter
a dark
note.
and a light as well. No?
But the dark isn't like huge, juicy dried fruits. It's not. They're there, but there's definitely a lighter, fruitier element.
But I would also say that the finish has got more going on as well.
And the feeling on my tongue.
Yeah.
There is a lovely warm tingle.
This feels
There's a
more
spice without being spicy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this feels more sumptuous
Yes.
than the first
That's a good
one.
word, sumptuous, yeah.
So, I mean, like, how does that equate to price, I suppose? It's like,
The
it's
fact
the
that it's
cheapest one of the
cheaper.
lot. You know what I mean? So it's like, it all comes down, and it shows that it does all come down to just what you like.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter what
Yes.
they price these bottles at.
And they're both sherry.
For whatever reason, one whiskey's more expensive than the other one. At the end of the day, if your palate doesn't like it, it doesn't like it, does it? It's just, I might sound silly, but I might have a cheap palate. I might just like cheaper whiskies. You know,
You're a
it's not-
cheap date.
I'm a cheap date, yeah. But it just goes to show, doesn't it, that you don't need to have an expensive whiskey to have the best whiskey, in your opinion, on your bar. I bet you could populate your bar quite cheaply if
You knew
find
what to
the
buy,
right
yeah.
ones. Which at the end of the day is what we're all after, isn't it? You know, getting as many whiskies as we can for as much, for as little money as we can, really. So
I'm going to say the finish on
is that
this.
because I'm tight?
Cheap date? I'm going to say the finish on this is tongue-tinglingly spicy. But it's not a spicy whiskey, if that makes sense. The sensation is very
The
spicy.
finish is a lot spicier than the first one.
But it's not an overpowering flavour.
yeah.
It's not a, normally you go, oh, there's this spice and this one. There's a creaminess to that that's lovely,
That's
like
very nice.
chocolatey
That's
and
more
fruity.
like the Arran that I was.
I would say
hoping for.
that's more of a rounded whiskey.
yeah.
It's full of flavour, but it is balanced, I suppose you're going to say. But it's a very full, flavoursome whiskey. That is really lovely. Really, really lovely.
Very good. Okay, this is getting interesting now. So we're going to move on to the last one, which is the one that I mentioned earlier on. It's slightly different to what we've ever had from Arran before. So let's move on to that now and see how Nicola gets on with it, which will probably give you a clue as to what it is.
So I'm already smiling. As you saw, this is a peated. We've never had a peated Arran ever, and I've smelt it and it smells lovely. So that's always a bonus, isn't it?
So
I'm not saying what it'll taste like. I've not even tasted it, not even stuck my tongue in.
Or your finger.
No. But it smells lovely.
You're hoping that it's at the end of the scale that you can do at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
So-
hoping it's, as you know, I like a peat and a sweet.
Well, you would imagine.
It smells sweet.
Smells like it's going to be up
Yeah.
your alley. It depends just how far up it goes.
Let's just it depends how peated it is. Let's just bring it back down, shall we? It smells meaty, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
so
that's
there's a little bit of me that's like,
Not meaty as in like meat. Because I've had peated whiskies
Yeah,
that smell
it
like this. Just
smells
has got
sweet.
some body to it. Like,
yes, it's definitely peated. There's a sweet element. So I'm thinking, and it's meaty. It is. It's not the iodine. It's not coastal. It's not any of those. There's definitely a meat element. I'm
is.
hoping it's going to be like honey drenched ham or something.
There is a bit of like the barbecue kind of.
Yes,
notes
it is
going
meat, and that's why I'm hoping it's the sweeter,
Yeah.
honeyed type barbecued meats. I don't know.
It reminds me of the nose.
I can
of
hope,
the
can't I?
burnt ends. It's a similar nose to that.
Yeah. It does smell lovely. It does really
Probably a
smell
little bit
lovely.
more.
And it is sweet.
Getting a little bit of strawberry on
Yeah,
there as well.
definitely is a fruity note. I was going to say that.
Like
There's a lovely I was going to say oranges, actually.
I'm going strawberry.
Yeah, I could see why you would say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But
going
there's
to go in. I'm going in
definitely,
on the palate
definitely
anyway.
meat and peat.
Yeah, meat and peat. Right, I'm going in.
Fingers crossed. That is delicious.
Yeah. That's,
Oh my goodness. I've just had a sip and my mouth is still watering.
Oh, that grows, doesn't it? That goes in fruity. Goes in fruity and then grows into really smoky and peaty. It's meant to be a serious whiskey review channel. Stop it. It's very nice.
It's absolutely delicious.
As soon as I started drinking it, I thought,
yeah,
because the initial thing that you get is the fruits and the sweetness.
And I think I think there's a honey.
Yeah, the peat grows on the back.
Yeah,
and
I think
I knew you'd like it.
It is like a barbecued meat. I'm going to say that. So it's less vegetal. I'm not getting the, some peats, they're like the grubby, dirty, rotting vegetal. It's not like that. It is meaty though, isn't it? But it's like it is like barbecued meats. And I was thinking honey, ham, I suppose, or bacon, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. But there is still a fruity note.
This might sound very specific.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like you've done your barbecue. You've had your steaks, you've had your chicken kebabs, you've had everything like that, yeah? And then you've done maybe some fruit skewers on the same barbecue, and they've picked up a bit of the meat at the same time. That is like what I'm getting. It's like a combination of the two notes.
I get what you're saying. Mine's slightly different. I'm going to say you are barbecuing meat and you've glazed it with something honey or sugary caramel.
Puts me to shame.
No, because it's still meatier. There is a fruit note, definitely. There's a lightness to it, but the meat is the overriding flavour. But again, like honey, maybe it's a honey glaze and something, I don't know. But
a strawberry honey glaze.
There is a strawberry note,
I've
isn't
got
there?
a strawberry is such
fruity
a strong note for me, and that's almost what I remember Arran being, the ones that we've had. I think it was the Amarone cask, was it?
Yeah.
And that was very, that had a strawberry, strong strawberry note to it.
Do you know what I'm going to say? I know we're kind of mixing everything in, but the finish to me is like smoky. It's like smoky char. It's not ash. It's not huge bonfire, but there's this lovely charred, but soft and subtle. It is a really, I would say, having had some whiskies recently that are too big for me, like in the peat district, peat district. This is if you were getting into peat, I would recommend this because it's a step up from smoky. It's a step up from peat and sweet. Those balance. It's definitely in the ballpark of peat, but because of the flavours that are added as well, it's quite nice.
It is. It's really good. It's almost like how we've said before that the peat is part of the profile, not just
it's not overpowering.
Not like a
punch you in the face
have a load
peat.
Of peat. That's what you want. Have a load, but this is more. They've melded it into the profile of the whiskey, which I suppose proves that 100%. It's a well-made whiskey, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even use the word balanced. It's like all the flavours are in the glass mixed together. Yeah, like they literally are. Yes, perfectly. I would agree. Yeah,
I like this one. This one's a good one. But what do we have to do now?
Can I just say before we move on, this is 54%. So easy to drink for 54% whiskey.
It is.
So easy.
It's
there's no. It doesn't catch in the back of my throat. It hasn't made my ears warm. There's no, harshness. There's no artificial notes. Sometimes you get that little tannin. None of that at all.
Lovely. Very
Easiest.
nice. Yeah. Very nice. So we'll move on now to the.
I need to think about this one. I really need to think about this.
There is a bit of thought process that's going to have to go on here. So we're going to take 5 and then we will come back and tell you what our favourite samples were and then if we would buy a bottle of each of them. So keep watching to find out what our thoughts were. So we've deliberated and come to our own decisions. And what was your favourite?
The peated. Because it was just stunning.
Yeah.
It was sublime. It was just everything I think I've always wanted to get to. I think I've always wanted to get to that point where it's unmistakably peat, but I can drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're happy that you
I'm
can.
so happy, and it is delicious. It wasn't even hard work, you know. It's not a.
Yeah.
I didn't have to brace myself, and
It's a
it was
pleasure
just.
to drink.
It was
to be honest,
100%.
isn't it?
They have got the balance just so right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I was up until this one. It was going to be the Bodega because I really did like that. It was kind of the Arran that I know and love. But I think it's the peated one for me as well. I think it's just how they've managed to keep the notes of Arran that I enjoy, but then meld
And they're
in
still
a
there.
peated note as well.
Yeah.
Which is another kind of. It's almost like they've taken two perfect whiskies and gone bang, and it's kind of made the ultimate kind of whiskey.
Yes.
And when they've done it as well as they have, and no notes are lost in the process,
Yeah.
you can't say
Every
anything
sip
about
of the peated, you have all of the notes.
Yeah.
You're not going, oh, and now I get it. Oh, and now I get it. It's just there in every sip.
The finish on it. I don't know if we touched on the finish, but it's the same.
It's more charred
it's
for
like
me.
it was a lovely. It finished off the journey nicely, didn't
lovely.
it? And I didn't. There wasn't any point in it that I thought that it let
Yeah.
itself down at all.
Pure delight from
Yeah.
start to finish.
Really, really good.
Literally, yeah. I am going to say, if you're a fan of Arran and you've had Arrans, the first two are unmistakably Arran. Like, they really are. I liked the first one. I know you weren't taken.
I wouldn't necessarily be.
I think an 18-year-old, they're slightly older. They have different, funkier notes. I liked the toasted element. I really
a
did.
little bit more, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's just my
But
opinion.
the Bodega, so sherry, so Arran. Like, literally, it had all those notes. But the peated for me, and because we'd never had a peated Arran, that was an absolute delight. Yes.
Let's move on to the next phase of this in-depth conversation about Arran. Would you buy a bottle of each of them? Would you buy a bottle of the first one, the 18-year-old?
That's a good question. Maybe. Probably, yes. I think I might. I think it would be a bottle that probably would sit on the bar for a while. But I think every now and then, I think I would like that. Yeah, I do think I would. Or maybe I'd ask for it for Christmas or something.
Yeah,
I think, yes, I probably would. Yeah.
Okay. Bodega?
Definitely. If I wanted a sherry Arran.
That's the cheapest one out of
Yes.
the three, isn't it?
I think that would be a very good standard bottle to have on the bar. It's doing exactly what it says on the label. Yeah, 100%.
Be one you could take to a party as well, isn't it?
Yes.
And like, when you all take a bottle to a whiskey
I think people
party,
would like it,
I think it'd be a good one to take.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why I'm asking.
I might
about
have
this
even
one.
already just bought one online.
So would
I'm
you
going to say,
buy the peated?
yes, and as soon as we click stop, we just need to go and buy one.
Is it still available? I'm not 100% sure.
know.
I'd have to look into that because I'm not 100% sure you
100%.
can get it. But
100%.
yeah, if you can't get it, and you know we can't get it before we try to, are there any others that are like it that you think we'll enjoy that we can get? Because that was stunning, to be honest. So anything that's even close in kind of quality to that, we'll give a go.
This is what I love about whiskey. When you can go, oh my God, that was amazing. Like, that was so good.
Yeah. So you're going to ask me?
Which was your favourite?
I've already said that, but I wouldn't buy the first one. I would buy the second one.
And share it at a party and things.
And share it at a party, yeah. And I would buy the third one and not share it.
Yeah, with me.
I'd share it, yeah, of course, but that's a stunner, to be honest. And I'm joking.
Yeah.
I think that is such a good whiskey.
It was so easy to review. Oh my goodness.
And it's not that expensive, is
No.
it? £65?
Something like that,
if you can get it.
Yeah.
So I think
so good.
I would love to get a bottle of that.
As a brand, they just nail it for us.
Yeah. So
It just fits our flavour profiles and
I thought I'd enjoy all three, and I thought I'd be saying I'd buy all three. So I'm a little bit surprised that I didn't enjoy the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
But it's the way life is, isn't it? You don't necessarily always get what you want. But yeah, it's been good fun. If you would like to join in even more fun, you can join our members-only Discord chat. Everybody is welcome. It's free to join. I'll bring up the details now, and it will be in the description if you want to visit the channel and just kind of, sign up. It doesn't cost anything. Pop into the chat, spend a bit of time with us, see if it's something that you want to do. And we hope that you enjoy it and that you're with us for many years to come, because we're doing many things now, many tastings, many kind of meetups, many virtual meetups, so many things.
Yeah.
I think if you join us, you won't regret joining us, because you'll have a new friend base that just explodes.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. It has been a pleasure as always. We will try and get another video out next week, and we hope you have a great week. See you again soon. Bye bye.